Welcome back to KOTOR. We have some catch-up stuff to do with our companions. Let's start with Handmaiden here.
Yes,
Can you teach me some more fighting moves?
very well. I think you are ready for the next tier of instruction. For this, we will keep the etiquette of the last duel, but we shall add any melee weapon you choose to the ritual, with the exception of the Jedi weapon, the saber. Vibroblade, Bothan stun stick, force pike, whatever
Okay.
you wish. But no items, no force techniques.
Alright. Any melee weapon, no lightsaber, no item, no force powers. I got it.
Then let us begin. And again, do not hold back. I will not.
Okay. Let's see here. So, we should have, I think, a Chani Vibra Sword. Yeah, that's been upgraded for sure. And then offhand should be something. What did I upgrade? The Rick Blade? Yeah, crit threat bonus here definitely was upgraded. So I think this was supposed to be the optimal offhand, we had decided. It's been a few days since I did the re-equipping, so I think that's correct. Alright, let's fuck her shit up. This should be, like, super easy. Oh god, yeah. She's falling quite far behind now at this
Well,
point.
indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating my movements.
And also by being, like 10 levels higher than you. Great. Okay, duel number 2 complete.
Yes?
Can you teach me some more fighting moves?
I think you are ready for the final tier I wish to teach. You have made much progress. For this, you may use any melee weapon and any shields you possess, but nothing else. No Jedi saber, and no other items.
Shields and melee weapons, no lightsaber, no force powers, no items.
We shall begin this final lesson then.
Alright, we just do the same thing. Am I unequipped? It looks like I'm unequipped. Yep, true. Vibro Sword and Rick Blade. And a little bit of flurry action. And she's gonna lose horribly. Does she get any harder? Because she doesn't equip a weapon. Like,
Beatrice was correct about you.
is the first duel always the hardest? I think it is, just inherently, right?
There's nothing more I can teach you.
Okay, so this is where you make her a Jedi, right? Which we don't want to do yet because we're not dark side yet. Okay, this is not that moment. This is the one of the prerequisites for that moment. Then maybe I can teach you some things.
I have already learned much of your styles and combat. There is no need to know more.
What's the problem?
Combat among the Ichani is a personal
A little
thing.
horizontal
Repeated
combat?
duels are not what they are in other cultures, and I would rather that this not become more than it is. And I have taken an oath to Atris against studying from a Jedi, or anything of the Jedi teachings.
But why?
My father broke his oaths. He shamed us all. I do not wish to follow his path. I swore not to follow his path. If I were to follow a Jedi against Atris's wishes, then I would be betraying her for you.
Do I need to pick a specific thing here at all? It looks like it doesn't matter. It all leads to the same dialogue. I think number 3 is our character. And if you do not do what you want, then you betray yourself.
This is a difficult thing for me to say, but I ask that you be silent as I tell you this. It is my desire to learn from you what you can teach me of battle. I have already learned much in our duels, but with every battle, I wish to know more of you. Your stance, your movements, I can sense shades of meaning and an echo of something I have yet to experience. Atris said that you were the only Jedi to have survived the Mandalorian Wars, that you had stared into the heart of war, and only turned away because you were forced to. I do not believe her. I believe that you made a choice, as my father did, and that is important to me, more than you know. And you are important to me more than you know. I will accept whatever you wish to teach me, though it breaks my oath to Atris.
Okay, wait. This is a different dialogue. Okay. Um, I think we might be able to exit this. Let's just see what happens. I want to talk to you about your mother.
What of her? As I said, I knew little about her.
Okay. I'm gonna say never mind. Now, if we talk to her again...
Yes? You may ask.
Okay, so it's right there. So I think we're good. I think we can just pick up there when we're ready to convert her. Let's get our saber back before I forget. Not that I'm gonna forget, because I can see the swords in my hand, and my armor is somewhere. There it is. Alright. I can't just, like, equip you. Oh, I can. Okay, great. Let's put back on you your robe. There you go. Protect your modesty for the viewers. Alright. So that's one thing to do here. Let's talk about other characters. We probably need to do Mira dialogue. So vices, right? We can do this. We can actually progress her dialogue completely right now. But it's all light side points. And so if the goal is to get to the dark side, so that we can take our dark side prestige class and convert our characters to Jedi, because I want to see, you know, I want to do that already when we're on the dark side, as opposed to do it on the light side and then convert everybody to dark. It feels more thematically appropriate to just build my Sith army, basically. So that's the goal there. So if we were to do this dialogue, this would just put us further from our actual goal. Plus, there's no pressing reason to do the dialogue now anyway. So I don't think we have any dialogue with HK. So we need to talk to Goto, and we need to talk to Mira. Let's start with Goto.
Yes. Is there something you have come to offer me?
Well, can you make me tunnelers?
No, you have enough. And as I tell all my employees, make do with less.
Wow, you truly are a capitalist.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
Okay, you wanted me to save the Republic. We got a whole bunch of stuff here. I guess the play is just start doing these and see... we just check them each time we do them. Okay, save the Republic. This one matters. We're looking for some dialogue options. You wanted me to save the Republic. How is that possible?
There are several factors, all of which affect each other. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy, either Jedi or Sith.
Okay. So we just got dialogue about these. Wait, why did we... No, yeah, each planet was because we were specifically told there was possibly a Jedi hiding there, right? That was the motivation for these planets. Like, we know each planet has a Jedi in terms of, like, meta context of the game, but I think when we were on Telos, we learned that, right? It's been a few episodes, and this is a complex game. Just this dialogue made me think about, like, what is our motivation for going to each planet? And, like, yeah, the Jedi. Alright, so... Okay, I think there's... Yeah, these don't matter. Wait, maybe if you pay me. Alright, let's do the tell me about the things. Tell me about Dantooine.
Dantooine is a vital resupply point for the Republic. If its stability is compromised, then the Republic will lose control over many outlying worlds, and they will become a haven for raiders and smugglers. The economic loss from such outer worlds is greater than the Republic is aware of. If the matter is not corrected, then it shall fall.
It's interesting that we have, like, 2 dark side droids and, like, a neutral droid in this game. Like, what did the devs mean by that? Why are all the droids evil? What's the situation on Onderon?
Onderon is an outer rim world, rich in ecological resources. Its aggressive ecology is capable of bringing devastated worlds back to life. It is currently experiencing a political schism split between two forces. One must triumph for the planet to be stabilized.
What about the restoration efforts on Telos?
Telos is instrumental to the stability of the Republic. Its success or failure will dictate the economic forecasts of many other worlds. Of course, since the destruction of the Paragus facility, the odds of the Telos restoration project being successfully completed is close to zero.
Okay, let's figure out if this matters. Stabilization of Dantooine. Blah, blah. Resolve situation Dantooine on a road for stabilizing Onderon. Nar Shaddaa. Okay, but this feels like this should matter. Control F Paragus. There is no... Okay, so the Paragus dialogue must not matter. Deduce Goto's identity. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is not relevant. It was necessary to destroy the planet to stop the Sith.
I hope you do not decide that the next thing that must be destroyed to stop the Sith is the galaxy itself. Perhaps one must ask themselves at what point defending your religious ideals
Excuse me?
to the Republic as a whole. As long as your defense does not exterminate more than 50% of those you intend to help, is that acceptable?
Okay. I'm not gonna do the blame for Paragus one. I don't think it matters anyway, and I don't feel like I would be that much of a whiny bitch. I had other questions.
You may speak.
Okay, but there was... This must be... Maybe if you pay me, I can take care of all those things one system at a time.
The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on Nar Shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several lifetimes to pay back. But perhaps the offer of credits will spur you to act quicker, more decisively. I am not unsympathetic to such
Okay.
greed. For every system you stabilize, I will reward you for your efforts.
Bingo. So number 5 is the most dark side points, and all options 3, 4, and 5 are all the same influence. If I have to kill everyone to do it, you'll get your stability.
To use a last resort first is often effective. See that you do not disappoint me.
Alright, bye. Okay, dark side points, influence gain. I just wanted to make sure we didn't do anything weird with Paragus there that was missing from the dialogue, because it could be cut content stuff coming back in some cases, which would change... invalidate the walkthrough, right? So yeah, let's make sure we're doing some consistent saves here.
What have you brought me?
Okay, so that one is checked off the list. Check influence and dark side points, resolve the situation on Onderon and Dantooine. Okay, that doesn't matter now. Considering I saved you. That one's not really on here either. Oh, here it is. It's just at the very, very top. Okay, this is not relevant. So I think the one talk about Nar Shaddaa. I want to talk to you about your operations on Nar Shaddaa.
As anxious as I am to give away all my trade secrets, you will understand if I choose not to answer such questions.
So yeah, this is influence gated. Okay. So we can't get any of this dialogue here. There's a big chunk of dialogue gated behind this influence check then. So we'll have to bring him out to get over that hump. But then once we're over that hump, we got another nested influence check and influence gain. And a bunch of dialogue in between. Okay. And other questions?
I am willing to indulge.
Oops. Just checking these, I didn't mean to Pause the game there. Hold on. Oops. Okay, where's your base of operations?
Now, that would be telling. For now, my presence must remain a secret, and it may remain that way forever.
I had other questions.
You may speak.
What capabilities does your droid possess? Isn't the thing with him that he is the droid? Isn't that what this is?
It has been assigned to guard
I think
and
so.
protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks.
Which is a cool
It is
concept.
skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders unless they conflict with mine.
And if they do?
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans.
What skills does it have?
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to
Oh,
interface
interesting.
undetected in reconnaissance mode.
So does he have he has a built-in like stealth field basically? He doesn't need a belt, I guess, which makes sense because he's a droid and droids typically. I don't think the other droids could use stealth, right? You would assume not because they don't have any devices to enable it. Okay. Those can all prove an asset. Good to have you standing with us. Well, floating with us.
How droll. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are. I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
And then we have one more, right? No, two more. You know anything about the HK droids sent after me?
The assassin droids. I have encountered some, purchased the service of others.
This might be cut. This doesn't seem to be at all in the walkthrough, but as the other ones, I think were? Yeah. What is your base of operations? What capabilities do you possess? Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time.
Do you know where they're coming from?
If you mean produced, no, I do not. I do know that there are a surprising number scattered throughout the Republic fleet searching for you. What they will do now that you are found is easy to predict.
You mean they're gonna come after me?
Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured.
I think this is cut because this is tying directly into the HK factory, right?
That archaic memory-impaired assassination droid will know more about his subsequent generations than I would.
What are they doing in the Republic fleet?
They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved with.
Why doesn't the Republic know that?
Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery of their true purpose has been concealed by well-timed accidents.
Why haven't you acted on this information?
Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment.
Are they gonna keep coming after me?
Of course they are.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you shut them down.
I think we did that one already. I thought that was a different phrasing, but it was not. On the yacht you mentioned Revan, but Revan sought to destroy the Republic. Wait, but not in our... Well, I mean originally as Darth Revan, yeah.
A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
But why? Revan had limitless forces.
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the
Interesting
Sith. And
recontextualization
that
a
is
little
why
bit
Revan
of
left
that.
many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
But why? Revan would need to conquer anything else once the Republic was beaten. This is tying into him going to the outer limits, the outer part of the galaxy.
That is what occupies my calculations as well.
This is
I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in keeping a strong military force.
this is all KOTOR 3 setup that goes nowhere until the MMO makes use of it eventually. Does the MMO make use of it right away? Because there is like the Sith Empire in the MMO is a different Sith Empire than like, you know, Revan's Sith, which comes up in the in that game. Should we place the Old Republic? Because like the discourse around the Old Republic was always that I think the Jedi Knight campaign was based on the bones of KOTOR 3, but I don't even know if that's true or just like a rumor. It might be interesting to do like a singular story focused SWTOR playthrough, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's part of the franchise, right? Of the Old Republic franchise. It's just awkward to do like a playthrough of an MMO. I'll think about it. I got some other games coming up I want to play. Specifically, there's a Star Wars tactics game coming out in August, I believe, that I really want to try out. I'm a big fan of XCOM. So having a new XCOM-like game to play sounds neat. And I think Star Wars has a lot of potential as being a pretty cool franchise to do a tactics game with, so I'm very curious about that. I forget what that game was called, but it's like Clone Wars era. Do you know where Revan got his forces?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an answer. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely. It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
It's kind of fun that we like know all this information we know about the Starforge because of the last game, but the characters don't. It's interesting narratively for a sequel to be like this, where we as the players have much more information than the characters in the story, and they have a different perspective on everything. And then there's still little elements like the dialogue there about some other threat that Revan was preparing for that like also recontextualize the previous game. It's very well done. I mean, this is not shocking for anybody. Obsidian's like really good at this kind of fucking narrative structure in their RPGs and stuff. Like, you could definitely see a lot of similarities between like KOTOR 2 and Fallout New Vegas. Just in the way they're structured. And the way how intricate they are. How much missable stuff there is. And how like replayable they are. What about Malak?
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
Alright. I think that was the last one, right?
Indulge some of your questions.
Yep. Okay. Okay, one of those gave us influence. That's not a influence gain listed in the docs.
You wish to do for me?
So we can check this.
I am willing to
Okay,
indulge
okay.
some of your questions.
Nice. So that extra dialogue, that extra bit of influence gets us to this. So if those are 8 apiece, and we start at like 50, we'd be at like 66, right? And then we get another 8 up to 74, and that should pass the last influence check as well. I think we should be good. If these are 8, which they aren't necessarily always 8, they just typically are 8, and given that one of these is cut content, we don't know. Alright. So, tell me about Vaga. I don't... Okay. Well, I think we want to talk about Vaga. Otherwise, tell me about Vodka. Wait, what? I don't... Okay, let's do the droid one. A lot of your operations in Nar Shaddaa were carried out by droids.
So, they are known qualities. I also use them on board my ship for defense. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flexible
Yeah, he's a
as
robot.
you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful.
Oh, okay, cool. The droid in the Bazak Den was built to play, to lose, and to watch other players.
Perhaps I used such a droid to watch and predict the flow of the games. Yes, you are very perceptive.
The swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa was being dominated by a droid.
Ah, yes. Swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa does indeed have its profits. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful.
That Bith off the docks who was murdered by his droid after he found that frequency was being used all over the moon to relay him information. What? That Bith off the docks who was murdered by his droid after he had found that frequency was being used all over the moon to relay information. That is not a complete sentence. That is... That, first off, this needs some commas somewhere. Also, that Bith was murdered by his droid after discovering a frequency. I guess that is a complete statement. It just, by the time you've gotten through all these other qualifiers, it just no longer makes any sense.
It is so unfortunate when an intelligent sentient dies on Nar Shaddaa. It is also unfortunate that thousands die such deaths on the smuggler's moon every day.
Tell me about Vaga.
What about him? I am certain you would know more about his activities than I would. I warn you, once you deal with the Hutts, they will always have a hold over you. But I am certain that in your short-sightedness, such eventualities do not bother you.
Oh, I think because we did the Hutt deal, we don't have a dialogue choice here? Yeah, because there's a whole discussion. Attempted to return, force the Republic to ship fuel from Paragus rather than buying it from the Hutts. Yeah, okay, so it's a whole dialogue basically about like Paragus fuel was better than dealing with the Hutts, and because of our actions, and the fact that we've made the deal with the Hutts already, we don't get this dialogue, which means we don't get +8 influence. Hmm. What about... Okay, so there's this other XP gains here about some other stuff. Wait, what the fuck? I had other questions.
You may speak.
Wait, what? Wait, 750 XP gained. Wait, what is this for? What? Oh, wait a second. Told Goto about droids hijacking Voga's freighters. We couldn't do that one, but we were able to do Pazakdan. Okay, so this was told... We told Goto about these 3 droid things. But why did the Vaga's freighters one... Maybe that doesn't come up because we've already aligned with Voga? Droids not function properly in the Jek Tar. Why do I... What? Weird. Okay.
Yes. I am. What have you brought me?
This is weird.
I am.
Ah, okay, okay. So 2 is the new option. Let's go back through these.
What about him? I will. You. Yes.
Okay, so Voga still doesn't go anywhere.
I am. So.
Okay, so for whatever reason, these other 2 are not available. Maybe Maybe the game is set up where you only get 3 of these anyway? Because it says you need, if you can make at least 3 of these responses, then you can ask the following. Okay. I think you use droids in your operations because you are a droid.
Indeed. How insulting. But I suppose I should accept such arrogance from an ex-Jedi. Now, is there something else you wish to know, or do you wish to waste more of my time?
Okay, yeah, so because we didn't get the 8, because we already did the Vaga deal, we can't do this. Presumably we can still get to that, right? Okay. Alright, that is canon, I guess, so whatever. So maybe we lost 500 XP somehow by not hitting specific dialogue triggers about the Jek-Jek-Tar malfunction and the droids hijacking Voga's freighters, or it's we only ever get 3 of these, or it's changed and cut content, or something. Either way, that is, I guess, as far as we go there. So let's look into Mira dialogue briefly. All right, I pulled up her page.
Yeah, something wrong?
Can I get some grenades?
Grenades? I didn't think Jedi used grenades.
Okay. So we got dialogue here. There are persuade checks. Okay. Great. When you're fighting for your life, you use what's at hand.
Well, I don't like to use them unless they're C5 concussion spheres or the Merson cryoband pellets. Sonic screamers aren't too bad either, just don't use them on a Bith.
Why not?
It makes their head explode like a melon. And don't do it to a Celestin either. Makes their ears bleed and they gibber twice as fast.
I was hoping for something more lethal.
Well, keep hoping, because that's not my specialty. Trust me, mass slaughter weapons just cause trouble.
Interjection. Master, I must disagree. Merely the threat of mass slaughter...
Would you please shut him down? It's been like that ever since he arrived. Here's how to kill this, here's how to kill that.
Why'd that dialogue cut off?
Assassination theory and execution of said theories is my primary function. I also possess excellent hearing.
Great.
Is this cut? No. Okay, she cut him off. It was just, the dialogue felt like it cut itself off. But, yeah, it was just a little awkward cut off. This is also base game, actually. Mira, we're being stalked by assassins. We need all the weapons you can make.
Well, alright. You've got a good point. But look, be careful with them. All it takes is one blaster bolt to your bandolier strap and suddenly you're Paragus. Get it?
Just make me some grenades.
Alright. Keep your robes on. Here you go.
When you first Ash doesn't actually make any. Let's leave that. Oh, no, we got a plasma grenade. Okay. So the game... Maybe this is probably a bug fix with restored content.
Yeah, something wrong?
Can I get some grenades?
More grenades? Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, something wrong?
More.
More grenades?
Okay, she's like
Yeah,
giving me
wrong.
random ones.
More grenades?
I just want to keep doing this till
Yeah,
we
something
stop
wrong.
getting grenades. These are valuable
grenade?
components. Oops, I didn't even see what
Yeah,
that one
something wrong.
was.
More grenades?
How many grenades will she
Something
give me?
More grenades? Yeah, something wrong?
I never understood how this worked. Like,
Yeah, something wrong? More? Yeah, something wrong? No.
okay, so she stops giving me grenades. If I scrap these... briefly, let's do... We're looking for repair. Repair 2. Repair 5. Okay, all I have is the belt. Whatever. Crater breakdown. You break down. We go to the grenades. Okay, so we break that shit down. Let's get this belt sorted back out. Frozen. And now if I talk to her again, does she make any more?
Yeah, something. More grenades?
She does. Did you just get infinite grenades?
More grenades? Go ahead.
Oops.
Yeah, something wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna do until she doesn't have grenades anymore. Okay, she gave me less. So all I got now is where are they? Grenades, excuse me? Grenades up here. Handmaiden staff. Where the fuck are my grenades? Poison darts. Excuse me? Am I fucking blind? There they are. 1 plasma, 2 frag. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
something wrong.
we'll worry about this later. Alright. There were some questions I want to ask. Go ahead and ask. Okay. We do have dialogue here. Great.
Shoot.
If you speak on Nar Shaddaa... Oh, interesting. You seem restless.
It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Okay. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest sets. Interesting. Okay, so this dialogue just changes based on where you are. Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity.
It doesn't actually
life.
make any difference. Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
Okay. How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
An interesting way of putting it. It's true.
Yeah? Didn't think I'd hear a Jedi ever refer to Nar Shaddaa like that.
Kreia showed me how to listen to Nar Shaddaa once. How all life there is connected. It's bound to each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself.
Oh, that's
I already know Nar Shaddaa better
already
than you
that.
ever will.
Okay. She should get plus 16 there, I think? Wait, no. Yes. Okay. That's Hut. Hold dialogue check until I guess we make her a Jedi, which we
Yeah, something wrong?
are already pushing towards inadvertently. Okay, Nar Shaddaa dialogue.
Alright.
So, okay, yeah. Were you raised on Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there, I just ended up there.
Okay, I'm just looking at the options. Finding people. Okay, a little complicated, but I think it's understandable. What happened to your family?
Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. Had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story. You hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
They died in the final battle?
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
Okay. How could you have lost family at Malachor 5? There were no colonies. It was a taboo world to the Mandalorians.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families.
You're a Mandalorian, huh? I had no memory of that. But also, I don't know if I've ever actually dug deep into Mira's backstory. You're a Mandalorian?
As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered
Oh,
to
or a
bolster their
slave.
ranks. And they took a lot of worlds.
Okay. Let's see here. Is there any... Okay, this seems like it doesn't matter. So what is your homeworld?
I don't know, it didn't matter. I was too young to remember, really. Besides, Nar Shaddaw's kind of grown on me. It's as much my home as any place else.
You were a slave.
When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. The Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that.
Number 4 is dark side points. None of these have any bearing on influence, it seems. The Mandalorians deserve to be crushed at Malachor. You should be pleased.
Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it.
Okay. They had to be stopped.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
You don't sound too happy about it, though.
Should I be? Maybe I
Oh,
should ask
same
you
dialogue,
if you're happy about all
okay.
the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost.
Alright, that's just a loop. Alright, XP and dark side points. How we looking? Any red creeping up there? Not yet. So we're in the true neutral regime, but we do seem to be below the halfway mark. We need 40%, so like somewhere around there maybe. Do one of these. Alright.
Yeah, something wrong.
Questions. Okay, so we did. Were you raised up Nar Shaddaa? Why did you become a bounty hunter? Okay, why did you become a bounty hunter?
I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits.
Finding people on Nar Shaddaa seems difficult.
Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, then start walking.
Walking?
This is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents.
No, I understand.
You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go.
I'm just looking for where this other dialogue. Okay, it should be coming up next. If you know your target, you can feel them, you know where they're going to go, and sometimes you know where they're going to be before they do. It sounds like the Force.
I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt.
Okay, so awareness check and wisdom check. Either of these progress. Maybe you hunt because you haven't stopped searching for the family you lost in Malachor, or a new family.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there.
Wait, how does this not lead straight in? Maybe we don't have the influence, so this isn't an option? Perhaps you do it because you lost your family. Or was there an option on the other check? We did what had to be done, and I carry that decision still.
Get away from me. The next time you
Oh
come
my
and
God.
ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
Okay, Where the fuck did I gain light side points? What? What part of that was light side? Okay, I'm gonna load that because I don't want the light side points. I don't see them in the dock here. So I don't know where I gained them.
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead. I'm good. No. You know your target. I'm good.
Okay, these don't change. Yeah, so there's nothing else. Could be because you lost your family. You understand what it means to be lost.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there.
Okay. Let's do this one. You're right. I would gladly slaughter the Mandalorians again.
Get away from me.
Same
Next time you come and ask me a
thing.
question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
Okay. I'll take dark side points. We didn't lose any influence. This seems fine to me. Yes! The red glow! Excellent. That was probably a pretty good bump there. Do we think? I think this is like... This could be 40, maybe when the pink starts coming in. We could check the prestige with Kreia. I'll probably do that between episodes. Okay, let's save there. I should save in a different slot, because that was, I think, cut content. Okay, wait, I want to apologize? Shit. Okay. The fuck? Oh, okay, wait. Here... Okay, so we found a route through to a different part of dialogue, skipping another check? Is it because we were in the middle influence? Okay, yeah, so there's like this stuff, there's the awareness check, this influence shit didn't happen. Otherwise, this dialogue, you don't kill your targets, we didn't do in every case. Then she gets mad at me. Dark side points from 4 is the only option. We could talk to Anne for a little bit of dialogue before this, but it's not anything important. So if we apologize, we get a light side point and influence. We can apologize again to get more influence and another light side point. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I wanted to apologize.
Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me.
Still, I'm sorry you lost your family in Malachor.
Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers.
Okay. Wait. Where is this? Okay, yeah, okay, here. What do you mean?
There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes, it's like you can almost hear them. Like an echo, calling out for each other. And maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together.
Okay. All things are connected is influence gain and light side point gained. Okay. All things are connected through the Force. Through such acts of kindness, great things may come.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me.
Fair enough.
Shoot.
Alright. That was a bunch of influence gain. We're gonna save in a different slot here. I'm gonna check if we could be prestiged on the other save. So the prestige class is a higher threshold than we're at for darkness. It's not 40, it's more than that. 40 is like the threshold for converting your companions and having the dialogue say that they're dark side. I don't know. So like I did Beodur, I tested it in a save, and that one said dark side. But then I did Handmaiden, and that one didn't seem like it did, but maybe she's different because of something or other, I guess. Jedi Guardian. So, we do this, talk about your mother, influence, do that, darker path. Let's put on my thoughts. So it ends, if your alignment is sub 40. Yeah, okay. Weird. So sub 40 for her dark side dialogue. I think I probably am right on the bubble. Maybe I gained some somewhere. Yeah, weird. So in my test run, I was able to make Beodur a Dark Jedi Guardian. But with Handmaiden, she wasn't dark. So I guess somewhere in all that, I gained like a light side point before doing the dialogue check. This is all to say, like, right now, this is the save where we did the dialogue that put us back into gray with Mira, the apology. I think I'm going to keep with this because we're right on the bubble of converting the companions. Maybe I wait until I'm, like, full dark side, just for thematic reasons, until I prestige class to convert. Or we just stop leveling people at a certain point. We'll think about it. Do we have any other dialogue here with Mira, though? Shit, where am I? Lost the page. Alright, Mira. Yeah, so we had Hanhar dialogue. I guess. Unless there was still dialogue to find here. Slaughter the Mandalorians. Yeah, there's something about killing your targets.
I'm good at finding...
But you won't kill your targets.
Not unless I have to. And bounty hunters, the good ones, don't ever need to kill a target.
Okay. That's nothing.
Yeah, something wrong?
Okay, so there's some weird influence checks here that like aren't happening. I don't know why. I guess it's fine. We gained a bunch of influence from the apology anyway. Okay.
Go ahead.
Tell me a little bit about Hanhar. Oh wait, why don't you kill your targets is there too?
Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
Okay, what happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
Okay. What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear this?
Okay. Yes, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
What, do we not know what a Wookiee is? Do you know the name of his homeworld?
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Do you know what species he is?
No idea. He's just... Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like
Do you
him.
know what a
I
Wookiee
get the
is?
impression he's not a good
I mean,
representative.
in the context of this, it's probably not
Equivalent of
unusual.
a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
So he was a slave?
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
Okay. This is dark side points. I think we take this one. If they weren't strong enough to hold him, then they deserve to die.
Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
Okay, how much dialogue is there here? Quite a bit. Who did he work with?
Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies, living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you.
So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
Okay. So he wants to capture you?
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
Doesn't sound too bad.
So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
We skipped the dialogue there accidentally. Well, with Hanar, he can't escape his life debt. It's bred into him, but he hates every other living in the galaxy to pledge himself to someone else special. Human was unbearable. That was what we missed. What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is the death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
That life debt makes no sense.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like I said, I get the impression a life debt's supposed to be a gift, but to Hanhar, it's more like a curse to both people involved.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Worse?
Hanhar's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, it's like nothing can stop him. Seen him shrug off blaster bolts, boff and stunners, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming.
And he regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So how did you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved him wrong?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
Why use mines?
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
Sending out a jamming signal for prox mines isn't a simple trick.
No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. I got to know my way around them. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now.
What happened with Hanhar and the mines?
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me.
That's fucked
And I
up.
would always be prey.
Sometimes it's stronger to spare a life than to take it. This is influence, but also light side points, but it's only +2, so I think it's okay.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance.
Alright, other questions? So what do we got here? We need to wrap this episode up. I gotta go, so... we got a few things. Why don't we net light side shift, dark side points, net light side, influence gain. So I gained a dark side point, I guess. Just one? Yeah, right. -1 for if they weren't strong enough to hold them, they deserve to die. +2 for sparing a life. So we gained 8 influence and 1 light side point. That seems like a fair trade-off. All right, we're going to have to wrap it up here and continue next time.